Alright, so I finally hit level 50 in the event, and I'm gonna just open the box, and then if that's the interesting part, then I guess in that regard that's gonna be the video, but otherwise I wanna yap a little bit about stuff. And let's see what I get. Sanguine explosion, level up extra effect. Interesting. Could be better, could be worse. But yeah, I guess at least I can use it. And I guess it doesn't entirely, because I was thinking like, okay, maybe it, it conflicts with the raining down on the level up, but probably not. Okay, but that's not the point. I'm gonna go in my hideout and I'm gonna talk a bit. So yeah, in the end I decided, as you can see it's a duelist, in the end I decided to be going for, as previously mentioned in the other video, that I was thinking about just using this character later for cast when stunned stuff. And so I was thinking between the chieftain and chieftain and gladiator, and gladiator is the the high investment version as far as I know, with like mage blood and stuff. So it's not really something that I'm gonna be able to jump straight into it. Instead, I'm gonna have to probably play the relic for a while until I get to the mage blood point and whatnot, and then swap over. But on the hardcore event, I was just following the Sunder line. So yeah, I went super cowardly, as you can imagine, because many videos on the channel or recordings already attest to how much of a softcore player I am. So it's very different when I can't afford to just randomly die to ROAS or something along the way. But yeah, I was just basically following the tree, and then I was like the first last few points, I was like really close to 50. I just randomly just threw in life. So that was like this point. I guess this is also like defense. So anyway, I only really cared about the tree until level 50, because from here on out probably doesn't really matter, because as much as I enjoy it, and I'm actually enjoying it, and yeah, I have the accuracy over the life, so I have enough damage. Obviously the damage is not a high number, but I'm also running the fortify and melee stun, endurance charge, everything. It just kept going back to upgrading gear, getting life on it. This one I just had it for the last level. It probably doesn't really matter. Obviously I was like capping my resistances and whatnot. You have steel skin here, enduring cry there, decoy totem even though towards the end it was probably usually just a something that's not worth it, because I lose more with the time that I spent standing still casting the decoy totem than what I would gain from decoy totem. But I guess decoy totem is nice for the breach stuff, which I was like doing for a while, but towards the end I was like avoiding it quite a bit. And this was like my best graph that I actually got until now, but then I swapped it out for like the last level for something that's like just a little bit more defensive. So yeah, obviously nothing to really write home about in the gear, but obviously the tree gives gear. I also gambled with coins quite a bit.
Hello. Greetings.
With the NPCs that has some good outcomes.
Keep your
No
life to your
no
own.
uniques that I really use. Obviously, I said it for weapons on 3, but I didn't get a two-hander. I just got these two X's. And I had still, even with playing like this, I still had some close calls. I even I even did bleed immune, ignite. I guess it's whatever. I even had amethyst flask just in case for like the only resist that I'm not capped at. But yeah, I think the close calls that I really remember were Act 1, like very early when I was in the caverns, when I was kind of starting to feel it, starting to feel comfortable. I dashed forward, or dash, because I didn't have Frostlink at that point. I dashed forward into one of those explodey packs in the caverns, and that almost took me down. So I was like, okay, well, can't do that. And also I had my bad habit of clicking boxes without reading them, because nothing really happens if I do that in softcore, because one, I probably have freeze immune somewhere already. Two, even if I get frozen, I'm fine, doesn't really matter. And three, even if I end up somehow dying to clicking the freeze a freeze box, doesn't matter because it's softcore. So armed by that habit, I just went ahead and I clicked on the box, and I was sitting at one place. And even then, it's like, honestly, it doesn't really matter. I could just click there, and if it's freeze and I get frozen, I can just press escape and then just peace out, and everything's fine. But obviously, I'm not very used to doing that, because I'm always playing softcore. So I was just running around, just spamming the life flask and hoping that it's like, obviously I won't be able to spam heal when I'm frozen, but I was just hoping that after I get hit in being frozen, I am still alive and I can heal back up, and I did. So that was fine. But from there on out, I did not just randomly click the boxes without actually reading them. So that was that. I'm pretty sure there were like one or two close-ish calls, but I think like those are the two that I like really remember. And yeah, obviously it's quite funny that I finished hitting level 50 later than Ben took to actually just win the entire thing and just take down the Uber boss. I did manage to watch the fight. Obviously it's even easier because you see how characters are entering into areas left and right, and then you know that the situation is up. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the top 5 is not done yet, I think. Obviously the number 1 is like the most important, because otherwise the other stuff is like MTX, and I'm pretty sure there's like they have a bunch of MTX anyway. Like people who are like top 5, they're probably quite committed to the game, so they probably have a bunch of MTX already. So maybe that's like not that big of a motivator. Once the first place is gone or done, then there's the 4 more slots, I think, to get all the MTX. And they are there's quite a bit of MTX there. Quite nice and everything. But yeah, I was basically here for the box. And now I'm gonna try to decide if I wanna keep playing around with this and see how far I can go in the SSF hardcore environment. Obviously I'm gonna be a lot less worried about losing a character, because what I was thinking about especially towards the end, like, one, what am I gonna do once it's actually done, and two, if I somehow manage to die in like 47, 48, 49, before I hit level 50, then that's very awkward. But most likely thing would have been that I just, you know, take the loss and just not get the box. I'm pretty sure that's what would have happened, because I don't see myself making another character just to level up again for the box. So I'm glad that everything worked out. And yeah, it's quite fun to just, you know, run around and sunder on every pack, and they just go away because I'm obviously over leveled as hell. So yeah, like level 50 in a level 43 zone even towards the end. So yeah, I didn't touch any trials because, you know, what if I accidentally just stay in like a spinning blade or something and then I end up, you know, falling over? That would be quite silly. I did not touch Innocence. I was just, you know, resetting the zone, because I remember way back in the event that I have the, I guess it's not that way back, but the one that I have the level 90 from that event. The first one was a Templar, and I was kind of slow to react or something, and I just ended up dying to Innocence on the first one, and then I made the other one. I made the Juggernaut, and then that was the one that got to 90 in the end. So yeah, I was just thinking like, okay, if I only care about level 50, then there's no reason to play the Innocence fight, even though it's very likely that there wouldn't have been any issues there. So yeah. I have, at least I have a character. It's like not level 0, it's level 50, and then I can just, you know, revisit it later, like probably quite later in the league. Although I don't know how much I'm gonna, you know, play, or how much it's gonna take to get a Mage Blood or something. Obviously, it's not just a Mage Blood. It would be nice if you have a Mage Blood plus some more currency. But yeah. I mean, honestly, if you play basically anything at all, eventually you're gonna get there. It's just a matter of how long it's gonna take, or do you have enough fun to keep playing. So yeah, overall I had fun. Obviously it's quite different playing hardcore than playing softcore, even if you only care about just getting to 50, because you can't afford to, you know, sleep. Because if I, you know, quote unquote fall asleep at the wheel, and there's like one pack that I just, you know, don't react to, then, you know, tab out, or I, you know, my attention goes somewhere else and I forget to pause, because that's obviously a huge thing that we are able to pause. So that makes the, let's say, onboarding into hardcore a lot easier as well. Because even though it was softcore, but I'm sure many of us have, you know, fallen over to that one singular mob in the map when you're like, you're thinking that you cleared the entire map, and there's one white mob from the other corner of the map that decides that, oh, I'm gonna go for that guy, and then you die. Which is obviously not that big of a deal in softcore, but still, it can be annoying when you're like, oh, I lost XP for no reason because I didn't, you know, port out. So it's very nice that you can just pause it down. So yeah. But I as much as it is, you know, it makes the game more exciting and, you know, more impactful or more meaningful to actually, you know, round out your character and just have everything, so you don't fall over to something unexpectedly. I don't think I enjoy it so much that I would keep doing it. So yeah, we'll see what exactly is gonna happen with this character, if I actually manage to do what I want to do. We'll see. Anyway, I got to 50 and I got the box and I'm out. Bye.